Someone asked me how I got this look for my client. Want to know? Stay tuned. Hey, I'm Chris McNish, content creator for Sweet Gap Incorporated, where we provide solutions using content creation to tell your story. Before I go any further, remember to hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you want to be notified when I post more content. There is nothing like a gritty look for an athlete. Let's go to Photoshop and see how I got this look. All right, let's open up Photoshop. All right, and we have my subject here. His name is Shannon. And we have, of course, we have this poll in here. So the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to select the marquee tool, or we can press the letter M. And then what we'll do is we'll make a selection around the marquee tool here. Made that selection, and then you'll right click on fill content. Make sure that under your contents, it's under content aware. Click OK, and that will disappear for us. All right, you press Command D or Control D on a PC, I believe. If that's not correct, I'll make sure that I'll have it on the screen for you. So now we have Shannon here. This man is 51 years old. 51. And so the first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to duplicate our layer. All right, so once we duplicate our layer on the layer, we'll make sure under our blending mode, we're going to put it under hard light. There, boom, just like that. And so then you want to press Command U or Control U to bring up the hue and saturation. And all we're doing here is we're just going to bring down the saturation because it's a little bit too much. And you can do this to your liking. I just want to bring it down so, you know, this is just too much, too many yellows and reds. But, you know, when something is gritty, making it less saturated just really makes it come alive. Okay, and you'll click on OK there. And if you want to bring it down a little bit more, you can bring down your opacity, but I think I like it. I think I like where it is. Well, maybe not. Let's bring it down just a little bit more. So now I am going to duplicate the background layer. So you'll select the background layer there. You'll press Command or Control J. That's J as in Justin. And then what you want to do is that you want to bring your duplicate layer, your copied layer, to the top. And as soon as you bring it up, you see that it actually changes. This is what it was before. Made that duplicate layer from the background layer, and now this is what we have right here. So now that we have that layer on the top, what we want to do is go to Image, Adjustments, and Desaturate. Okay, and that's going to make it black and white. So what I want you to do is you go to your layer here, you right click, and you want to convert this to a smart object. So when you're converting something to a smart object, whatever filter or whatever you put on here, it will only affect this layer here. So let's say that you need to go back and fix something, you can click on this layer and it has all the filters there that you can fix, and I'll show you how to do that. So we'll go to Filter, Other, High Pass. The rule of thumb is you want to make your radius big enough so you can see the edges of your subject. Everybody see that? You just want to see the edges of your subject. Make sure you see all the edges. I think I'm going to set mine to 30 so I can see all the edges there. Click on OK. And so what I was saying about the smart filter, that your filter is now right here. So if I need to go back and fix something, instead of having to go up here, I can just click right here and then it will bring that up. Okay, so then I want you to go to your blending mode for this layer. Click on the drop down and let's go to soft light. Now it's starting to look gritty. Okay, so I want you to duplicate this layer. Boom, just like that. When you duplicate the smart object, it also duplicates the filters that were on here. So instead of me having to go up here, all I have to do now is just click on the filter, the high pass filter there. And now I'm gonna zoom in, and so I'm bringing it down because I want to, one layer is for the overall body and one is more for the details. So I just want to make sure. So if I bring it all the way down here, you'll see that if I bring it all the way up just a little bit, that's a little bit too much. All right, so here we go. So of course I'm going to bring this down, bring it down. Let's see how that looks. Preview, this before, this is after, before, after. Really want to make those abs pop. And I didn't want to make it all the way dark because I want you to see the details in there. So you click on OK. So now let's say that you want to sharpen this picture. So I'm going to bring it out some so you can see a little bit more right there. So you select that top layer and all you have to do is duplicate it and it makes it more sharp. You can see that. So I'm going to undo and I'm going to zoom in so that you can see. Alright, so all you have to do is duplicate the layer and it makes it sharper. And then if you so happen to have a halo around here or something like that, you can create a mask and take that halo out. But I don't see a halo here, so I think I'm good. And then I have a matte that I put on there as a finishing touch. Select this matte here. And then we'll bring it down, it's just a little bit too much. Usually bring it down to about 30. All right, that matte looks good. Either you can use your levels or your S-curve. I'll use my levels. So just in case if it's too dark, or if you're trying to make it a little bit darker, bring that up. You want to mess with the midtones a little bit. I think that's good. And the highlights was a little bit too bright. I think that's good there. I'm not gonna mess with them. Maybe bring that down some. Usually I would take my time with this, but this is just to give you a look. Let's say that you don't want to use a filter, you want to have more control over your image. So I'm going to select all the layers but the background layer. I'm gonna press Command G or Control G for PC, so that you can see the before and after. So this is before, and this is, this is before, and this is after. See the difference? This looks really good with athletes, especially you're shooting in low light. This will be a great look, especially you're trying to make the abs pop. Like, look at the before, the abs were already there. And look at after, really making the abs pop. Look at his arm here before, after. So I'm gonna create a timestamp visible layer. Probably said that wrong, but this, what it does is that it takes everything, it sees all the layers and it makes a duplicate layer, but you get a flat layer. Then I'm gonna go to filter, liquify. And I'm going to either press the letter B as in boy or go to the Bloat Tool. And what this does is that you can make his muscles just a little bit bigger. You can just increase it a little bit. Don't do it too much, because you would hate for this guy to show up. Let's say Nike saw this, like, man, this guy is, you know, really buff, but he looks smaller in person. But people do this all the time. You want to make those abs a little bit bigger, chest a little bit bigger, shoulders a little bit bigger, you know, forearms. And then you'll see before, after, before, after. You want to subtly do it because you want to still respect the client. And even though I don't know what guy that wouldn't want more muscles, but that's That's pretty much it. And then I'll add it there. You'll see before, after. There you have it. If you enjoyed this video, remember to hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos, subscribe to my page. Click on that notification bell and don't forget to leave a comment.